In
Five,
5,
4,
4, 3,
3,
2.
2.
We're airing out beef live on this podcast, and you're here to hear it.
Stop. It was literally things were thrown. We used to have a vase of flowers and now it's gone because it shattered on my head.
Yeah, I can't talk right now. I'm trying to live my best life. And he hangs up the phone on me. And I was just like, what is happening at my household?
Hey guys!
Welcome to episode 2
Welcome back.
of Close Quarters. I'm Haley.
And I'm Jess.
And in case you forgot, you're our third roommate.
Yep.
Where the
Yeah.
thing go?
I went back
This-
here and then it fell.
Look, Jess
I
spelled
spelled it
episode
right.
right this week.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Is that why you moved us back?
What do you
So that
think?
you can't drop the thing?
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Oh. Well, we officially had our first full week of classes.
Yes.
So we're coming to you as like official college students in the groove.
Mm-hmm.
How were your first week of classes?
My first week of classes were good. I had one where I didn't have like my small group meeting, so I really haven't had every class yet, but they were all really good. Nothing's too hard yet. I definitely like had to lock in a little bit more than last week, but
Nothing insane happened.
nothing insane.
There are always noises happening around here.
Guys,
You're lucky that y'all don't have to hear this because we have like this microphone.
yeah.
But there are always noises happening. Like, oh my gosh. Yesterday at 9 a.m. I don't know how early it was.
Mhm.
Someone, like, I think the floor above us was like building a shelf
It
and they
was so
wouldn't
annoying.
stop hammering. They were like, "Duh!" Like, it was literally like, imagine like someone just like knocking on your brain.
Yeah.
Like, someone, like, you know, that little like the episode in SpongeBob where they have that little like earworm, he's playing like the violin or whatever, the piano
Yeah.
or something. It's like it's like that if he's playing the like drums as loud as he could because they wouldn't stop. I'm like telling you that they were like pounding on the hammer for like an hour and it woke us both up after like just being exhausted that weekend. And I literally like fight or flight. Like I jumped down. I was like, I'm gonna go find out who it is. And like I ran on the hallway and I'm like, mind you, like I'm bedhead, like makeup running down my face because like, you know, like the waterproof mascara sometimes just doesn't come off. So I just look insane. I'm like in the hallway with like rat's nest of hair. And then I literally went in our stairwell and I'm just like waiting for it. And it stopped as soon as I went to find them.
Yeah.
But if that was you, why are you
Please
doing
don't do
that?
I did start banging on the ceiling back.
I
Probably
don't
not
think,
my brightest moment, so I'm sorry if I woke whoever was above us. I don't think it was you guys.
yeah, but there's someone in your hallway, so you're probably awake anyway.
Yeah, I
Um,
just was a little
but, like on
annoyed.
a Sunday morning after a football game,
Yeah,
you know that everyone's gonna be up. Like
like guys,
that was ridiculous.
it was not
And like,
nice.
don't get me. What did I just drop? Oh my goodness. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think we went to bed pretty early on
Yeah,
Saturday night, but we were still tired. It was still like, okay, yeah, we slept 10 hours, but why are y'all doing that?
yeah.
But sorry, back to the classes.
Yeah, how was your first week?
I was angry about these noises. I don't know, honestly. What did I even do this week? My classes. Oh my god, wait, guys. My classes were fun. I'm taking like all like media related classes, so they're pretty fun. I'm taking 15 credits, so I'm out here living my life and trying to pass, but I think
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Like I look at like her homework, like she's sitting here like doing this fancy like physics homework that I don't even understand. Like I don't like I've never. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay, sorry to whoever has to end up editing this, but like she's out here doing this like difficult physics homework, like shapes I've never seen before. Like I don't even know, and then I'm sitting here like oh my gosh, I have to make like a 30-second video introducing myself. I can't do this. I'm ridiculous.
It's okay.
But besides that, I love my classes. Love you.
Yeah. So obviously, like we're here to learn, we're here for school, whatever. But let's talk about what's really important, which is literally everything else that happened this week. So where should we start?
I remember last week, I think we talked about how much we've been cooking and like everything
Yeah.
like that. And I need to tell y'all that I'm falling behind. I am really like I made some fun things like this week, but like I don't know what it is, but I just the smell of all the cooking is actually driving me insane.
Mhm.
Like I think there must be some foods that I'm not really like good with like the smell just bothers me because
Mhm.
Jess can't smell like anything. Like
Nope.
she has no sense of smell and I have like a decently strong sense of smell, I think. So like we'll make food in the kitchen and we'll come in our room and it will smell like it for like a day and I genuinely have just been like kind of low-key nauseous all the time just because like pasta smells great when you make it and you eat it. but it doesn't smell great when you're smelling it for the next 24 hours.
Mhm.
Or like I made this like Asian stir fry like thing from like Trader Joe's that had like the soyaki sauce, and it just like oh I
It was
can't
so
like even
good.
thinking about it, it makes me want to throw up.
I ate it
It
all.
was good. Like so I ate it the first day, but she ended up eating like my last two servings because I just like I was like you got to eat this in the kitchen, but I can't eat this. It's gonna make me like die,
Mhm.
and I just so I'm falling behind, and this week I bought like microwavable things like Panera mac and cheese,
Yeah.
and like those kind of things because I don't think I'm gonna be able to live, especially with the classes this week. Oh my gosh, trying to cook between classes,
Yeah.
yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah. It is definitely a struggle not having a meal plan. Like, but I'm glad that we don't because I've heard it's not really the best for everyone who does have one.
Hmm.
But it is a lot. Like literally yesterday, we'll give you our full weekend recap. But yesterday, we literally went to Trader Joe's and Walmart, and it took all day. Like that is
Yeah,
all we did yesterday.
yeah,
So it was a little rough, but we did
hmm,
restock everything. We threw out some stuff that went
yeah.
bad.
It took all day
So
because we used the public bus system,
yeah,
and like
which has been pretty great actually.
but we have to make like we cannot carry everything from like Walmart and Trader Joe's, and typically like last 2 weeks we've just gone to Trader Joe's or whatever like
Hmm.
but I think like every like 2 or 3 weeks we're probably gonna have to go to Walmart and get the basic like cheaper things.
Yeah.
um so we like we took the bus to Trader Joe's, then came back home, unloaded, took the bus back to Walmart,
Yeah.
and then back home. Mind you, they're like so close to each other, so it was like
It was
we all
kind of
doing all
tricky.
that. So it was a long day.
But we did catch the very last bus home,
Yeah.
so I was pretty proud of
We
us.
were almost stranded.
Yeah,
We were
it was
literally
fun.
running through Walmart. We're like go go go! Like we almost missed our bus both times. Like we literally like we were like have these giant Trader Joe's
They were
bags on
so
our
heavy.
shoulders, and we're like sprinting to the bus so we
I
don't
was
miss
literally
it.
doing like kettlebell walks with these like
Yeah.
it's heavy bags,
Yeah.
but we made it.
It's really funny because she walks so quickly, even though she's carrying heavy stuff. Like I'm carrying like a semi-heavy bag, just one. She's carrying like two heavy ones. Like she's like sprinting to catch our bus. Meanwhile, I'm just like la 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 la, like falling behind. Yeah. I don't know why I'm struggling out here with these groceries.
It's okay, girl.
Like as a kid, I'd carry like 17 on my pinky, but now I'm like, can someone just carry this for me? Like,
Where's this
where's a
strong man?
big strong man that's waiting at the bus stop to carry all my things back
Just
into my
kidding. I would
room?
probably say no.
No, I would
I would say
too.
no.
It's
But
it's like in the classroom back in elementary school where it's like, where are my big strong boys that are gonna pick up all the
yes.
chairs? And I'm like,
And then
me.
no, I would always be like me, let me do
Yeah.
it. And then I'd be like,
Right now I'm wishing young me was like let the boys do it. Like go like I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just not true.
anyways.
Anyways. So like a little recap of our week. I know we've been like all out of place, but let me start you off. A week ago, we filmed last Monday. We're filming on Mondays. The
Mhm.
video episode comes out the following Sunday, whatever. We had a picnic on Monday last week.
Yeah.
With our friends. Like we told you about our little friend group in our dorm. Um, we decided to go to Raising Cane's because like where we live, there's no Cane's, but it's like in about a bunch of college towns, it's, like common. So we
Hmm.
went to our first little Raising Cane's trip of like the school year. And because we were originally just gonna make food and go sit on the lawn, but Jess was like, "Guys, I have a
Stop.
coupon. It's a buy one get one free."
Guys.
It's like, no, I have to speak my truth. We're airing out beef live on this podcast, and you're here to hear it. But anyway, we show up to Raising Cane's. I tell Jess I'll order. I'm a very anxious person. I actually don't really like ordering that much, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better. I say that every week. I'm like, I'm a very anxious person. I am. So I get up to order. Jess hands me the coupon. I'm like, and we were a little confused because she told me, and the coupon was like, buy like a four-finger plate, get one free. We didn't know if it was like you buy one plate, you get a plate free, or if it was like you buy this plate, you get one chicken tender free. So I get to the counter and I ask him, I was like, hey, it's like I got this coupon. I was just wondering if it's like you get a whole nother free plate or if you get one free chicken tender. And like he starts dying laughing. He was like,
Literally cackling, like had to turn around and
like,
catch his
and he
breath.
goes like, "It's a Zaxby's coupon." I didn't even look at the coupon. I just trusted my
I
dear roommate and
all I
friend that
saw
thought it was a Raising
all
Cane's
all
coupon.
I saw were chicken tenders. I saw a picture of chicken tenders. I didn't read anything and I said, "Oh, chicken, that must be Cane's."
Even though literally never lived next to a cane, so I don't know
Yeah,
like
but I
how that was
just
your
it
first
was
thought.
wishful thinking
Like,
and I didn't really look at it, and I was just kind of like going along with what we were
Yeah,
doing.
and this man wouldn't stop
He
laughing
was
at me.
cackling
He literally, like, just kinda, like, walked away.
because I was so
But
embarrassed.
I think this is so funny because she keeps saying how embarrassed she
No,
was,
but you
but
looked at me and you
yes, I
said,
did.
"Jess, why didn't you say
But
something?" He knew it was my
he
fault.
didn't even look at you. He didn't even glare your direction because I'm the one who just said, is this Zaxby's coupon Raising Cane's?" And of course I looked at you because she did it to me. She
I
did it to me
didn't
and then she
mean to.
walked away. And then I was like, okay, now I'm humbled. I ordered my 3-finger plate instead because I'm not paying for that 4-finger plate. And then I open it and he gave me 4-finger plate because he knew I was that embarrassed and he still gave me a free chicken tender. Like that is crazy. Like that is some
Yeah.
like next level pitying.
And then I was really, really hungry, but I didn't order anything because I was humbled.
She left me to
So,
the
yeah, I took
I
my butt on out of
promise.
there.
So,
It was a very humbling
this
experience, to say the least.
and I've just been thinking about it ever since. I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to Raising Cane's actually. They actually
Yeah.
have a picture of my face on the door that's like, "Do not let this girl in because she's a big idiot."
Yeah.
So y'all are never gonna see me eating Raising Cane's again.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was definitely a silly moment, but it's okay.
it's okay, guys. Jess is not a big dummy.
Yeah, I'm not. I okay, I do sometimes have a little bit of trouble with common sense. Feel like that's a kind of reoccurring thing, but I am smart when I need to be smart, I think,
Yeah,
if I do say so myself.
she's really smart. She just gives her friend a coupon to the wrong place.
Exactly.
It was like a prank
I
show.
was
No, I
pranking
was
you.
gonna say it's like a prank show,
No, I
like Walk the
actually knew what
Prank.
it
You
was.
like
Yeah.
and mind you, like it's not even that he just laughed at me. He was laughing for the next 5 customers. He like our friend was like 4 customers back, and he had to pause to take our order because he couldn't stop laughing. Like that's so embarrassing.
At least we made his night. And probably everyone else's when he told all his
I know because he
coworkers about
immediately
it.
like turned around and told someone, and I was like,
But like
and then I was the first one to order, so now I had to wait and sit for all my friends to get their food
yeah,
orders. So we're in there another 20 minutes.
yeah. But I used to work in the service industry, and honestly, that would have made my day if someone did that, and I would have told all my coworkers about it. We would have had a good laugh. So, it happens to the best of us. What can you do?
I'm just out here embarrassing myself for everyone else's enjoyment. It's
Yep.
okay. And you know
Anyways,
what? We had a great picnic.
we
It was
did.
a great picnic, but then
There were a lot of wasps.
we started getting attacked by bees.
Yeah.
I've been like stung like upwards of 10 times. Like growing up because I used to play softball and there was always like bees everywhere. For some reason, outdoor sports, let's go. Uh, yeah, so like the bees were really not fun. So we like actually picked up our picnic blankets and just ran home.
We did.
So maybe we had fun. Maybe the great memories are just the friends we made along the way.
Oh.
But we're gonna air out some more beef here. Guys, I have more beef. I'm bringing up all the beef at the beginning of the podcast. So, Jess and I had our first roommate argument.
Stop. It was
We,
literally things were thrown. We used to have a vase of flowers and now it's gone because it shattered on my head.
yeah, we actually,
So
she's getting good at this
no, it didn't.
clickbaiting thing. I told her, I was like, you need to give me more sound bites to use in the beginning of that video. We were fishing last
I
week.
know
I was
I'm
like,
just lying.
last week she was like, my skin turned purple because she's talking about how cold it was.
Stop! Don't
Click,
expose us.
click. I'm clipping it.
No, get
Yeah,
that out.
I'm clipping it.
Get that
Y'all
out.
are getting clickbaited. No, I'm keeping this
Get
in.
that out. Don't
But
tell
anyway,
them.
let's talk through this beef. This week, actually, let me take y'all back to the first week and like give you a little story.
Oh boy.
The first week we moved in, Jess showed me the first toasted peanut butter and jelly I had ever had in my whole life.
I made it for her.
I had never had a toasted PB and
I
J.
extended my kindness.
I've had PB. Okay, okay, trying to ping me as a villain already. I've never had like I've had PB and J. Never a toasted PB and J. But so I bought like the things to make it because it was really good. I bought jelly and I bought bread, but she was like, just use my peanut butter because there's so much of it. Like we don't need two. I was like, okay, like I'll buy the next one. Like thanks. Um, and this is where things started to go downhill. So she told me ahead of time. She's very specific about her knives and the PB and J like respective
I was raised in a
container.
very specific household. Like we had very specific rules, and one of them was when you use the peanut butter, you don't spread it on the bread and get the crumbs on the knife and then put it back in the jar. And
That's okay. Yeah, that's not necessarily the part I was going to talk about, but that is
oh,
true.
okay, go ahead.
So she told me, she was like, we need to have like two separate knives. And like, I'm like, okay, like I respect that. Like she's letting me use her peanut butter. I appreciate that. But I told her, I was like, I'm gonna like use this first knife and then I'm gonna go wash it, dry it off, and use it again. I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, in the moment, now that I'm thinking about it, like, that wasn't necessarily the best idea ever, but that's not the point of the story because that doesn't matter. And I was like, "Is that okay?" And she was like, "Just use my peanut butter first." I was like, "Why does?"
Because okay, go ahead. I'll explain after. Go ahead.
No talking.
Go ahead.
Sorry, that was mean. I'm just kidding, guys. Um, and I was like, "Why? Like, why does it matter? Like, I'm gonna go wash and dry it off. What is the difference if I wash and dry and it's completely dry to the bone? Like what's the difference between that and using a second knife? It's just double the dishes." And honestly, she never gave me a good answer.
Can I answer you now?
Go ahead, go
Okay.
ahead, answer me live.
I honestly was just so baffled by that solution to the problem that I was like, I mean, sure, you can do that weird thing you want to do, but use mine first and then do whatever thing you want. It was just
What?
it was just like
So,
why would you use the knife, leave and go wash it, come back,
so I didn't want to use
use it
another
again.
knife because I only
But
have so
then
many knives.
now you're doing double the
Well, I
walking.
want to maybe I wanted to go on a walk.
But it just was it was just a very interesting solution to me.
But see, that's not what she said when it was in person. She
Well,
was,
no, all I said was use mine first, and you said why, and I said I don't know
I
because
know, and I'm like, and I'm just confused. Like, I
because I
didn't
didn't
really
want to
matter.
say
And then here's what was really funny. So I was like, fine, like I'll just use two knives, whatever. And like when I was putting the peanut butter, I did the peanut butter first. I would like kind of like pat it down the a little bit, like it barely like I don't even think I got a crumb on there. I don't even think that the knife like touched the actual bread.
you
Like
don't
I was
think.
no, I'm like 99% sure. Like I know it
I
didn't.
think I saw it.
No, and then she was like, "You can't use that now. You can't use that. You have to get another knife for the peanut butter." I was like, "What do you mean I have to go get another knife for the peanut butter? It didn't even touch the bread. I had to use two knives in the peanut butter because she thinks that I might have dropped a tiny little crumb onto the knife." And that
Yeah.
was crazy.
But it's like a huge jar of peanut butter.
And so the tiniest crumb is gonna get it all.
It's just I don't know why you don't want to take your chances,
I
you know.
so Haley had to use three knives that day.
And then you washed them all, and you were
Yes, and I wanted to cry because then I had to clean one, clean two, clean three, and
okay.
walk back with my three little knives and then say, "Go ahead."
So
That's
comment
it.
down below who you think is valid.
We're gonna put it in a
This,
poll.
okay?
Do you think? Do you? Well, this is a weirder. How do we pull that?
Who do you think is right?
Who do you think is right?
Your Jeff.
But I was gonna respect you. Like like I'm respecting it. Like I listened.
Yeah, she
It
did do what I
I
asked.
did exactly what she asked. I'm not a horrible person who like uses her friends' things, and then
No,
she didn't.
so
But it was more just. It's just it was funnier in the moment because now she's explaining to you why she felt that way. But to me, she wasn't. She literally was just dumbfounded. She was like,
I was like,
just do mine first. Like, just do mine first.
because I didn't understand if you thought that it was fine, then why can't you use your jelly second?
No, but it was fine. And I
Exactly.
said that. I was like, no, like
Exactly.
I was like, I'll do that. But
Yeah.
why? Like, I just want to know.
But
Like,
I was just like,
what?
well, if you think it's fine and there's no problem with it, like I can't think right now, but if you think it's okay,
Okay.
just use your jelly second and that's good.
So note to self: if you're ever making toasted PB and J in our dorm room, you actually need
Four
like a
knives.
5 knife spread.
Yeah.
Like you'll need one for everything. Like you're gonna need like a knife just to open the can and then throw that knife away in the trash
The
can. I don't care
can.
if that's $1 million knife, but can I with the trash can bin
To open the trash can?
and who to open the
Is it open the
we can't
can?
do this anymore.
Haley's
So
canned peanut butter
toasted
guy.
PB&Js are getting to my head, guys.
And she hasn't had one since, I don't think.
No, yes, I have. I have. I did. I did. And I was very specific about your knives, and I told you I was gonna be. Okay. So. In the last 2 weeks, I have realized that at heart, not at heart, unfortunately, it's not really at heart, more like in my soul, like my body, that I'm actually like a 40-year-old woman. Not really ready for this college life, but let me explain.
Yeah.
We
We're a
were
little run down today.
we were
Okay.
we were out late Friday night. We're like just hanging out with some friends,
Yeah.
like we were tired, just like we had a good time, whatever. Then we had to wake up early Saturday morning because it's football game day and everyone tailgates. And like it was so we were out, no, not allowed to sleep. I had to get up early, had to go to the football game, stand in 100 billion degree
It
weather.
was so hot,
I
guys.
I
Like people passed out. I almost passed out. I had to like leave the stands and go sit in like a breezeway for like 30
yeah,
minutes.
I left after the third quarter.
It was really
But I
brutal.
mean, we were having a great game anyway. There wasn't really like a reason this day except
Yeah.
for like school spirit, yay, go team. But I was just yeah, that's why. I left and like I was walking home by myself and like I'm surrounded by like the families that were at the football game and all the moms. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a loser. Like I am such a loser because why am I leaving this football game early? Because I can't like, but I didn't like,
She didn't eat anything
yeah,
for like 40
I didn't
hours.
eat anything just because I wasn't like, when you don't eat anything and then you get kind of nauseous and you don't want to eat anything, but like if you ate something, then you'd feel better, but you'd get sick while you ate it. It was
Yeah.
that kind of situation, and it was just not my prime, and I was just so tired. And also, like, not only was I like not feeling well because of like I hadn't ate, but everyone and everything smelled so bad I'm telling you, reeked of like so many smells that you can expect on a college campus. And like at the tailgate, I was literally like, oh my gosh, like everything was just it was just so gross. And like then the football game, everyone smelled bad and everything smelled bad. Meanwhile, she's
I
over
didn't
here
smell
in bliss.
anything.
She's in bliss. She's like, oh, what a wonderful day for football. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, please go take a shower. And
Yeah, I just like ever since literally my whole life, I just have not really been able to smell. And sometimes it's like, oh, like if like I'm smelling candles and stuff, like I can smell like two and then I can't smell anymore. But a lot of the time it is a blessing because that whole day I was just like, I didn't smell a thing.
you know what,
So
actually, so I literally, I'm gonna try and do better this weekend. I'm gonna eat
yeah, I
because
think we'll prep better this
we'll
time.
prep better. I don't think I can do this back to back live. I think you either got me for the tailgate on Saturday morning or like we can hang out on Friday and you'll see me in a couple days.
It was fun
Man, I
though.
get exhausted.
We were like we gotta do it. Like we gotta have that little like first college game day weekend. And it was really fun. But it was definitely a lot, and I'm very
Yeah.
happy to lay low today. Today
Yeah.
is Labor Day, so we have to
And
do
we also we see some things, we smell some things.
that.
And that's another thing about college football game weekend. I'm sorry if you get nauseous really easily from talking about, like, oh boy. I'm not going to go into detail, but just like everyone is throwing up all of the time in the
Yeah,
bathrooms, at the tailgates, in the bathroom of the football game,
in the
like
stands.
when you're hanging out, you just walk by, someone's throwing up, like they're throwing up outside. Everyone is nonstop, and I I don't throw up a lot, but I that's the thing is I really can't that often. So I will just be nauseous for the next 48 hours if I hear it, smell it. And like my smell, like it will
You
live
gotta
in my
stop talking
smell.
about
So
this.
I'm just well, that's why I told them. I
I
said,
know, I
warning if you
know.
get nauseous. But I guess I didn't
My-
give you a warning.
No,
I
you
did give her a
didn't.
warning. I
I'm
told her I
gonna
was gonna
get
talk
up and
about
leave.
this. But basically bring your nose plugs every time you leave the house,
Yeah,
or you might want to cry.
yeah.
This week, I was calling my parents a lot more than the last week because the last week I was very like the first week, I mean, I was just like getting used to everything, like trying to find time to call them. It was difficult. Versus this week, like I'm literally on the phone with them all the time, like or like texting them. Like I like text them every single second of every single day, and it's been really funny
Hmm.
because I have two siblings. One of them's already off of college, one's at home. So right now it's just my parents and my like little brother at home, and it's so funny like they're sad, they miss me, like it's the only daughter like life, and it's so sad when I call them or like text them, and I just like wanted to highlight some things that my family has messaged me this week. Let's see. Oh, so first off, my parents have been hanging out with their friends a lot more than usual, which I'm so grateful for because they have a friend group with like daughters that are similar to my age. They're all off at college now, so they're like bonding. And so my dad was hanging out with like all of their friends, like they were at my house. I was calling them because I was trying to figure something out, and my dad answers a FaceTime call and he's in this like green light up fedora and he's like, I can't talk right now. I'm trying to live my best life. And he hangs up the phone on me. And I was just like, what is happening at my household? Why can't
She's the parent, like checking in
no,
on
it was
them.
so funny. I was like, "What do you?" Because that's what they keep texting me. They're like, "You live your best life, sweetie. Like, you go get them." And I just thought it was so funny. And so I call my little brother, or like he's texting me, and he's like, "I can't leave my room. Like everyone's out there, and they've been here for 7 hours, and it's 11 p.m. and I'm just so hungry, but I don't want to walk out." And he was like, "Everyone just ran in the room, and they're bombarding me," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on out there?" And then they were painting each other that night. They were
Oh,
all the like the couples were like painting each other, and they just I'll put on screen for the video. I'll put on screen
okay.
of my dad and my mom's painting.
You gotta check the video. You
You
gotta
gotta
see
check the
it.
video. Check us on Spotify or YouTube. What?
Maybe we'll put it on
Check
YouTube.
us on Spotify or YouTube. Yeah, we should. Um, and I'm just like, what? Like, they're really finding ways to like not miss me. And I
Yeah.
was actually kind of sad because their friends or their kids, like the friends' kids that are still there, like are posting on like social media of like my house, and I'm like, why are you there and I'm not? Like that
Yeah.
makes me so sad. Like, why are you getting to bond with my parents and I'm sitting at home? But then again, my little brother was there and he wasn't really having a great time anyway because
Yeah.
but he's also just like hides in his room whenever he gets the chance. But he calls me a lot too. He like texts me literally between every single period of every single day because he just started high school. So like he's like updating me every single second. He's like, "This is what I'm doing today," and I'm like, "Okay, you live your life." So this, what did my dad text me this morning? He texted me something. I don't even know. This is he's just so silly. Like he just sends me the most random thing. Like he sent me the painting again today when that was like 2 days ago, and he just like keeps bringing up the same things. Like, oh, today he texted me, we would so do this together today if you were here. And it's like crying emojis. But I have no storage on my phone as one doesn't. Um, and it says like screenshot, blah, 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 blah. And so I click on it to look at it. It's literally a coupon to like go get Chinese food. I was like, please, are you okay?
Stop.
How are your parents holding up?
They're doing good. I've called my mom a lot for like, basic mom questions like, Mom, how do I use this laundry machine? Mom, how do I wash this dish? Like, Mom, I think I missed my credit card payment.
That was a great one.
That was yesterday on the bus, but I'm good. We're okay. I thought I missed it, but I'm good. But she's been so sweet. She's just been like she every time I talk to her, she's like, "Don't feel pressured. Like, I know you're so busy. Like, I totally understand. Like, don't worry about us. We're okay. But I know they miss me so much. Like, they're always like sending me little pictures of stuff. I miss my dog so much, and they always send me pictures. I have a little golden retriever. She's not little. She's 9 years old. She's so
Say,
little
both
baby.
of our dogs are 9.
Ugh. But so yeah, but parents' weekend's coming up for us.
Yeah,
So
they're literally coming up next weekend.
yeah, so we'll
Like
get to see
not
them
this one,
soon.
but the next
And
one.
honestly, that's been so nice. Like I know they do that on purpose, I'm sure. Like, but having that date like so close, it has been like made me a lot less homesick, I think,
Hmm.
because I feel like, oh, like I'm just gone for 3 weeks.
And then
Like
we get to see
and then
them.
we'll see them.
Yeah.
So and my family we're getting like an Airbnb that we've stayed at before right near here, and they're bringing my dog up, and it'll be fun. So
That's so
I'm
cute.
excited.
Yeah, I just like I don't know who misses like me, if I miss them more or if they miss me more.
Hmm.
Because like even the other morning, I woke up to a text message from my dad. It said, "Mom is crying. She misses her salsa taste tester," and it's just a picture of my mom making salsa and like sobbing because she wishes I could be there to taste test. Even though, Mom, if you're listening to this, you know I kept saying no to taste your salsa the last like ten
I'll taste
times
your
because
salsa.
it gets like stuck in my mouth, especially like when I had braces.
Yeah.
I just like added myself. I had braces like the last month of my senior year. It was just the last couple months, whatever.
Yeah.
And so like it would just get stuck in my mouth. I was like, Mama, I can't. I just
I
don't
love
taste
her
like it all day.
salsa.
No, it's great.
It's real good.
And then like even for a game day, my parents have never watched like a football game of like our team until like we came to school here, and then they hosted a whole watch party just to
Yeah.
watch it. They were like, "Send me your seats. We'll try and find you." Like y'all miss
I
me
know
so
my dad was
much.
texting me update. My dad's like a huge like he went to school where we are. Um and he like was watching the game and literally sending me like play by play updates. I was like, "Dad, I'm literally here. Like I am
Yeah.
at the game."
No, you're not. Honestly, we didn't know what was going on though. He probably knew. He
I
knew a lot
did for
more.
like the second and third quarter I caught on, but the first quarter I don't know
Yeah,
what happened. Like I was trying not to pass out.
we're gonna get there early for the next
But
game.
yeah, and we also like we didn't have our seats because like we get assigned seats in the student section, but we got there like after kickoff, and so there were like girls in our whole row, which is like I heard them say they got kicked out of their seats too, so it was just like a domino effect. So we were like squished on like the edge of the bench, and it was just kind
Yeah,
of
and
like
like we were like,
ugh,
it
about to
was,
topple off and die. But
but I think that's enough about our like
yeah,
week. I think we've
yeah,
we've literally
I think we've
expended
yapped your
all.
ear off.
So you know what time it is. It's time for our week.
Report time.
It's time for our weekly report. In case you forgot what it is, I'll speed run it.
Okay.
I'll speed run it this time. I won't go slow. It's reading. Last week y'all noticed in the video, Jess was like, "This week, what are we reading?" And then I was like, "Then Eve, what are we eating?" And she was like, "No." Like later, she was like, "You were supposed to say what you were reading." So I'm just gonna go quick for you. It's reading, eating, playing, obsessing, recommending, and treating. I hope I didn't
Yes.
miss one there,
No, you
but that's the six. So what are we reading this week, Jess?
I am still reading Little Fires Everywhere, but I'm gonna try to finish it this week. There's like a silent reading event going on campus. So I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna try to crank it out. I have like 200 pages left. I think I can do it.
You have 200 pages left.
I think so,
You've
yeah.
been reading a lot more than I.
Mm.
You've been
I'm
reading it slow.
I'm like 150 pages in.
Oh, you've
Mhm.
been reading a lot.
I've been trying. What are you reading?
I still haven't picked up a book since we moved in, which is pretty sad. But what I want to read next is Drew Afwalos. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that. I literally looked up YouTube videos on how to pronounce your last name, and
She was sitting over there
I
like
just am
listening to
not
the
really good
video.
at pronouncing names. But Drew, I love you. I love your podcast, and I really want to read her book loud. And I'm gonna try and get it on the Kindle or like rent it at the library or like I'll buy it or something. But she is just such a funny and smart person. Like she literally got engaged. Like she posted her engagement thing like an hour before we started filming, and I was like, oh my gosh. I like even last night I was listening to her and Brittany Broski like talking about the female gaze like in my bed, and I was just staring at the ceiling, being like, ah, like I love this, so I love you, and I'm gonna try and read your book. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I literally started like listening to her like podcast like 2 days after she was like in our state, and I can't believe I missed her show. I was like, oh, makes me so angry because I would have gone, but that is what I'm reading. What are you eating?
I have been eating literally rice. Like every she doesn't like rice right now.
No, I do. It's just an insightful thing.
I know.
I've been eating rice.
No, but because we are living that college life and I just bought like a huge bag of it. Literally with like every meal this week has been with rice, but I think that I'm gonna go on like a little bit of like a rice break because I'm kind of getting sick of it. So, yeah. What about you?
Why do I have to keep swallowing like all my? Sorry, you're gonna have so many cuts. You're like, oh brother. This week I ate a lot of shredded hash browns from Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
That is my thing.
They're
Like
so
I ate them
good.
with like every breakfast. Like I've gone through. I guess I've gone through 2 bags now. But I didn't get another bag this week because I don't want to get sick of them, even
Yeah.
though I love them so much. So I bought like shred like just hash brown patties from Walmart, and they're so like not as good. And it's so sad. But
Oh,
I just don't want to get sick of them.
yeah. I have been listening to a lot of like girly pop this week. So like Chappell Roan, Sabrina, Taylor Swift, like the girls. It's just fun. Like especially like oh my god. Especially while we have been getting ready and stuff for
Mhm.
events. It's fun music to play. So
And you should check out her playlist that's linked
you
in
should.
our podcast. Um,
It's not girly pop, but it
oh,
is
it's not.
like
Oh,
it's like cute, like Claro and like Lebe and
but it's
stuff,
still fun.
which
They're
is
still the
also like
girls.
my girlies. But
Yeah. What I guess I don't know. I didn't really write what I wrote for my playing song is not necessarily what I've been playing a lot this week because we kind of listen to the same music. So I was trying to
Mhm.
be different. So I picked a song that like I played a lot this summer. So this summer we went and saw Hobo Johnson in concert because I like started listening to him in like 2019, early 2019, whatever.
It was really fun,
It was
honestly.
so fun.
Don't knock until you try it.
And so I wrote that I've been playing Ugly Kid by Hobo Johnson, which I actually did play right
Yeah,
before we started filming. But I really enjoy that song. Like it's just I can't play it right now, but just for
it's
10
good. It's
minutes.
good.
I'm sorry. I'm like singing it in my head because it like starts with like a slower voice, and then he comes in like it's just fun. I just enjoy it.
Go listen.
I just enjoy it. I just like Hobo Johnson's music. So maybe I'll come up with something interesting next week instead of
Um,
obsessing.
I have been obsessing, even though it was kind of rough in itself. I've been obsessing over football. Literally all week, all I could think about was the game. And then the game happened, and it was like we said, like really hot and sweaty and crowded and kind of miserable, but it was still fun, and I'm so excited for the rest of the season. So that's
Mm-hmm.
been what I've been thinking about a lot.
Yes. What am I obsessing over? I have been obsessing over making seven brew at home. I
Yes.
don't know if y'all know what a seven brew is or if y'all have one near you, but we have like a couple back home near us, but there is like not even one within an hour of us now.
Mhm.
And it's so like drives me nuts because I just like the little seven brew energy drinks. Like, it's always, like, such a nice little treat, and, like, the reward system, and the people are always so nice there. So I've been trying to make 7 Brew at home. Because listen, 7 Brew, if you were near me, I would still be going, but I don't have a choice. So I've been trying to make the energy drinks at home, and I will say I think I'm doing a great job because I don't know if I'm adding 7 Brew here or if this is, like, public info, but what I heard is that it's just Red Bull with, like, the Torani syrups, or, like, what I saw or something. So I've been
Mhm.
trying to make them at home, and it tastes the exact same. So it's been great. I'm missing, like, my little interactions with the employees, but I do like my little less than $2 drinks. So
I am recommending like walking more. Like, so if in the sense that like
no, no, like in the
in the
sense
sense that
that
like if you like aren't in college right now, because obviously like if you're going into college, like you don't really have a choice. But I think like walking everywhere, even like using like public transportation more, because I don't have a car with me here. So and she does, but we haven't really even used it because it's just so much more convenient just to like walk and use public transportation. And it's honestly so nice, and it's also like, environmentally friendly and stuff like that, which I care about. But yeah, it's just been really nice, and it's been good like to get more like sunlight and all that stuff. And I think it's been making a difference.
so true. So true.
What are you recommending?
I am recommending supporting your local like musicians and your local
Yeah.
artists. That's something that I've like that's actually who I've been listening to mostly. I just like really couldn't pick one to like highlight, but I've been listening to a lot of like local music and trying to get more involved in the local music scene. And I just think it's so important. And like I literally just made like an infographic about this for class, but it's just like there are so many like benefits like supporting your local music. Not only are you like supporting this like musician that's like up and coming and like you get to follow their journey, which is like really like personal and like a good connection. Like someone from like Taylor Swift's hometown is like I supported her when she was small. Like you could be that. You could also just like it's just more personal with smaller musicians because you actually get to talk to them,
Yeah.
whatever. You're also supporting like the local business that's like usually typically hosting these like music events,
Hmm.
which like they're providing the space for a music artist to showcase their talents. So by supporting the business, you're supporting them to do that for more musicians, which is really nice. And it's also a great way to get involved in your community. Like
Yeah.
just because I mean, everyone's there for the same thing to bond over this music, and it's just like no matter who you are, you can bond over this music, and then you're also being able to find new music that you might have never heard before,
Hmm.
and it's so great. And like finding new music is actually great for your brain. In case you didn't know, stimulates your brain.
There you go.
Getting technical. And finally, what are we treating ourselves to this week, Jess?
I also got these last week, but I have repurchased, so I feel like it's really cemented now.
Mm,
Trader Joe's ice cream sandwiches
so
with the little
true.
chocolate chips on the outside. They are so good. They taste a little different this week. Not as good as last
A
week, but
little
I'm
raw egg
thinking,
in there.
yeah, I'm thinking maybe my freezer just was struggling. So
Because there's so much in her freezer. It's so
it's
packed full.
packed. It's like literally like an ice box.
Yeah.
But yeah, get yourself some ice cream sandwiches. They're so good.
What I'm treating myself to this week, it really wasn't like isn't that much of a treat to me, but I have to like tell the story. Um, is mango sorbet. The after the football game, I was, I told y'all I was roughing it. I went to like our local little market. I like bought some bagel bites and like I was looking for an ice cream or something because I was so hot and just wanted a little treat. And like I looked in the box, and I was like, none of this looks good. But then the guy that was like checking out, he's like, get the mango. I was like, what? He was like, you should get the mango. Like it's really good. Like I really recommend it. And I was like, I'm just too awkward to be like, no. So I bought it and I'm forcing myself to eat it. And it's good. It's just kinda weird. It's such a weird texture. Stop laughing at me. I know what you're thinking. I was just like, I was playing with my food a little too much because it's just a weird texture. So, I
Oh
recommend it.
boy.
Mango sorbet if you like mango. I just am not a huge mango person.
So she's lying.
Um,
She's a liar.
but I cannot buy more treats because I can't afford it. I can only afford one treat, and I spent it trying not to embarrass myself. And that's that.
Wow.
It's been a long, long
It
week. I hope
has.
that actually didn't go over time. That was longer than I thought it was. But I think we should be good.
Well, yeah, that's all from us.
Hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Hope you had a great Labor Day. I know this is coming out a week after Labor Day weekend, but I hope y'all had a great one.
Yep.
And we'll see you next Sunday at 10 a.m.
Oh yeah.
If we post on time, unlike last week.
Hey.
Technical difficulties. Yay, let's go, college.
All right.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Kisses.
Kisses.